Alright. Here we go, boy. Literally, as soon as I watch the stream, it's in the red. And yet, when I ran an unlisted test, it was flawless. Unbelievable. Alright. I think we're good, though. Bup, 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 bup. I think the stream comments even show up faster. Alright. Hopefully it'll be fine. Let me see. Yeah, the FPS looks decent right now. I think it'll be fine. Oh. Can I pause this? Yeah, I can pause it. I guess this is the pause screen. Maybe. Or maybe not. Alright, never mind. Also, my cursor shows up here too. I didn't realize that till now. Because it's window capture, not game capture. Just changing the name of one of my sources. What? What? Name is already in use. I don't see it. Okay. There we go. That's better. Alright, I don't see anyone in the chat yet. Is the chat up and running, or is it not? Did I forget to make my stream public? I think I forgot to make my stream public. Is that what happened? Yeah, I did. I did forget to make my stream public. Oh my god. I've been streaming for like 2 minutes. Straight up disconnected. I think we're good now though. We should be good. Alright. Hi, Cycle Wolf. Welcome to the stream. Is the chat up? Because I don't see you in there. That's annoying. I might have to pull up Streamlabs again. Gotta like relink the chat or something so that way it shows up. Annoying, but what are you gonna do? guess I don't have to include the chat, but I like seeing it like pulled up in real time. All right. Oh my god. It was actually there for a second. Alright. Okay, there. It's up. I actually saw your like last chat earlier, Cycle Wolf, and then I kind of overlaid it. We should be working now. We're also at a higher frame rate. I can actually see the animation this time, which is definitely helpful. I think the problem was that I didn't realize that I had to hard reset my 3DS in order to reduce the quality. So when I was reducing the quality, it wasn't showing up on stream. It wasn't showing up at all. I had to hard reset my 3DS in order to do that. Alright. Hello? This is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. Alright, let me turn off Streamlabs. I don't need that anymore. Not turn it off, but like close the tab. Hey Razor Shark fans! Oh man, you should have seen my last stream. It was a shit show. Like, everything was super laggy. I kept disconnecting. But all the evidence is pointing to this stream being much better than last stream. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I am streaming wirelessly from a new Nintendo 2DS XL. I'm using Snicker Stream. I had to buy a flash card all the way from China to use it. And it was really taking a toll on my Wi-Fi. Anyway, I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker. And it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. And I should... I should make this clear. I have pretty much seen most of the first game because I've watched a couple Let's Plays of it, but I've never played it myself. So, it's been a couple of years, so my memory is still there a bit, and I'll probably know how to do like some of the cases pretty easy. But I wanted to play through the entire trilogy, assuming it goes well and I can actually do it properly. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded. September 5th. 9:27 a.m. September 5th. 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not coniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Yup. And they show the guy. Red, white, blue. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood. Mia. Maybe she's in her office. Oh, cool. So we get like actions where we actually like get to move to different locations on the bottom screen. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. It's so cool because I never actually like really got to like see the bottom screen portion of this. So this is where we actually like get to like find our own evidence and everything. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Yep. This time the thinker that Larry gave her was the weapon. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass. Oh, right. Of the glass light stand lying in the broken back of the room. I keep forgetting to switch screens. It feels so natural. Hi Gaztech, welcome to the stream. Alright. So let's see here. We got the glass shards now as evidence. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? The piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. to the court record. Yeah, Psycho Wolf, if I'm keeping an eye on that OBS bitrate meter. Psycho Wolf, if you've actually I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's also like a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney crossover fan video series. It's really cool. It's actually what got me into the show in the first place. So if it weren't for this game, I possibly might not have gotten into MLP at all. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. Okay, so pretty much the evidence was like automatically formed for me, but yeah, really cool still. And find out what that girl was doing here. Alright, so there's no more evidence for me to check? I guess. Alright, so we gotta go back, we gotta move. That girl just now, where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. I better hurry up and call the police. I want to talk to her, though. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yeah. It was that clock. It was the thinker. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me, can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And sis. So she was already dead. Alright. I guess we move back to the office. And I can examine the phone. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police, please come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Hey, it's Gumshoe! Alright. I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Good question. Let me look that up. I know that this game was slightly remastered for the 3DS, the version that I'm playing, but it was on the original DS. I love Gumshoe. He's great. Oh wow. Wait. So this game was actually released on the Game Boy Advance back in 2001, but only in Japan. And then in 2005, there was a Nintendo DS version with an English language option. And then it got released later in North America. So yeah, this came out like a year after the DS came out. I didn't realize how old this series was. Wow. Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have. No. Whoa! Excuse me? Eek. Does word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. Uh-oh, I'm really dropping in frames right now. Bitrate dropping. Are we good? I think we're good. I think we're okay now. Alright. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Wow. They have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh. You. Alright, I just relaunched it. Let me know if you see the stream again, because it should be running again. Alright, cool. Yeah, I just stopped the stream and restarted it. Alright. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was with my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while. Oh no! No, Bitrate, don't do this to me! Don't do this to me! Ah! It's in the red. And now it's in the green. Alright. Alright. Are we cool now? Chill. Alright. Ha. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. She really said that, huh? That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. Let's ask her some questions. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange. God damn it. Come on, bitrate, chill. Alright. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium? Pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. The clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yeah. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure. Thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. Cool. Alright, so what about the day of the crime? Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait, what? So you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, you can't contact Mia's spirit then. We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And well, I'm in trouble. You think you could go ask him to represent me? I really want to see what happens if I say that I accept. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow, at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Alright, I guess it's time to get going. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Can I examine? A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for the matter. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that letter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. Well, he's not there. I guess we gotta head back to the detention center. Hey, what is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. I always thought that was a BS move. Just because Maya's name was written down, that clearly makes her the main suspect, right? Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Whew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Can I talk to him a little bit? About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal. This is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prospector Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain, he doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Aw, don't talk about him that way. You make him sound barely human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. About Miss Fay. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, huh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Hey! I can see the report! Good. Also, I do want to check in on my evidence. Alright. So, let's go through all this. Okay. So we got the thinker. We got glass shards. We got the receipt. We got Maya's memo. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Time of death. Whew. September 5th at 9 p.m. Or that could be May 9th. 9 p.m. Cause: single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Oh, we know that's not true. The time of death was 9 p.m. Because we were there before 9 p.m. So it's either not instantaneous or it's something else. Alright. And we got our profiles right here. Mia Fey. Maya Fey. Mia Fey is 27. Maya Fey is 17. Dick Gumshoe. And Miles Edgeworth. Only 24. I'm 24. Dang. Alright. Well, I guess we'll examine. There's nothing really to examine here, actually. Or is there? Mia's desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing that's missing is Mia. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name that no one could ever remember. Cordyline stricta, pal. Who is that? Probably Gumshoe. The sky is blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Alright, this isn't getting us anywhere. You know what? I'm gonna present the memo to Gumshoe. We'll see if that helps. I was wondering, did you see Maya Fey's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. Second, pal. Lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. I'm gonna tell him straight, though. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it back to me. Something the matter? Oh no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it. Like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds holds all the little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. If you end up going through all these games, I hope you also get around to Dual Destinies, the 5th game in the series. Yeah, I'd love to. I've always been a pretty big fan of the Phoenix Wright series, even though I've never actually gotten to play them. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I asked all the questions I needed to. You all done, pal? Yeah, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? Her name is April May. So you've sent her home already then? Aha, you're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Alright, we're out of here. Yeah, I guess I can go to the Gatewater Hotel. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting and I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. But now I can examine, so I might as well do that. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's the extent of my floral knowledge. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Anything else? The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the office building. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. So what about that thing sticking out? There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! 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 What are you doing? No touching! Ooh, bad boy. You really should pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observed, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on! If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here. Teehee, you know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. Teehee, you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. Oh no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Well, I'm still gonna examine the room. I'm gonna try to examine the screwdriver still. No, I didn't want the flowers. I wanted the screwdriver. Nope. I can't get that. Alright, what if I present something to her? No, I probably shouldn't present anything. That's not gonna help. Well, I'm gonna head back to the law office, see if I can find famous lawyer. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem! If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Ah-cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. Can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Ahem. Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Ahem. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my technique in the blink of an eye. One day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. This game really does play out like an anime with those sound effects. It's great. Oh boy. Wait, I already talked. Alright. I don't think there's anything else for me to look at here, really. Well, time to head back to the detention center. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know. So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. So, who was this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convicted my mother and tried to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. She, my mother, became the laughing stock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? I could go home. I have the option. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Whew. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes, and I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So what's next? There's been something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. I don't think there's really anything I can examine here that would be helpful. Oh, but I can present the phone. I think that's pretty important. Okay. Well, we already know what the call is, because that was in the beginning of the chapter anyway. Remember that receipt? You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Absolutely none. Do you trust me? I trust you. Why? Don't you think I did it too? No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but... The detective thinks I did it. I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon. Poor sis. Better not ask her about it now. Sorry, I've never seen that before. The autopsy report. This was lying next to the chief's body. I saw that too. They said they thought these were pieces of a broken light stand. Yeah, that seems about right. Although I've never heard of a glass light stand before this. Alright. Let me get back to the hotel. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform you that Miss May, that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Alright, let's examine that screwdriver. No, not the flowers. The screwdriver in the drawer. There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? I took the wiretap. Yes. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you Tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Oh, that's all the evidence I needed. To be continued. And we're at a save point. What time is it? Ooh, it's almost midnight. Alright. I'm gonna keep going because this is fun. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 1. Finally, we get to a court. Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Ooh, here we go. We're getting in depth now. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts this statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Boosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and gets something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Here we go. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Ms. May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper, written next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright, here we go. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Haha, nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe, did you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. What? Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. Dang it. When you try and present something and you get it wrong, you get a strike. Ugh, I must be on the wrong track. So it's... I thought because he said memo and I had a receipt. Nope. That's not it. Alright. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood and they, Hermogoblins, Hermogoblin bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation. As should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? There was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she did that, the victim wrote the killer's name. Okay, let's go through the court record again. Okay, I want to check the scene of the crime again. We see these glass shards here. We see the window. I feel like I gotta press him on more information. Alright. And did you find any evidence? No, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, Mr. Smarty Pants? Who? The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Huh. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, right? Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. Oh, boy. Was there blood found on the... on the victim's finger? Oh man, this isn't looking good. Well, I guess I'll present the autopsy report. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want to clarify. I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey? That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, isn't it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could have not written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down. Objection! Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? No, there's nothing I really want to say. Oh, looks like I have to pick one. Oh, whatever. Let's go for it. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit the report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred? Gee, I was in my hotel room? Teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Company law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Alright. Here we go. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you be cross-examining the witness? Of course. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know. I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Yeah, alright. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out the window at that time of night. Ooh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. Whoa, crowd hates me. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? And then I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack. Please continue your testimony. She's not giving much information. I gotta press her more. Uh-oh. Looks like my stream went down. How do you know she was the defendant? Yikes. My bit rate is fluctuating big time right now. Alright. Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Oh, man. Oh, man. I've walked myself into a corner. Alright. You saw nothing or you're lying? I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what's the meaning? Somebody tells me because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Oh, snap! I didn't think about that. That's a good one. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright, here we go. I did see everything. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that statuette clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Oh no! We're back to 0! Ah! Ah! That ain't good. Alright. Alright, it looks like it's back to normal now. Relaunching the screen. Alright. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with a weapon. I saw it. I did. Ran off to the right. Is that right as in your right? As you looked from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right. It was my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Okay, I want to check the floor map again. Because it looks like it's off to the left. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly contradicts... Oh, no. You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. That's another strike! Objection overruled. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. A clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was a testimony in her own words. Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? How convenient of you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like in a bun. What happened then? So you saw me then too? Of course. I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere. The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. Aw, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry. Very well, continue. Man, I've pressed on everything. I gotta admit, I'm a little stumped here. I really thought I had it with that floor map, but it's not it. Something to do with the clock. But what could be contradictory here? Unless I present the wiretap. But I don't think the wiretap is relevant yet. Oh yeah, how could she know it's a clock? Ms. May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing it just by looking at it. Another person in the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Dang it. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh, Herb.
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay and Company? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay and Company is where the murder took place, and it's very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. I think it's broken. The clock's busted. You think? Just look at it, Your Honor. Please examine the clock. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain the court the meaning of this? It is, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there was no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is Maya's cell phone. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh-hoo, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was it at again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wait, so the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts the piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Take that!
It's simple. The clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Ooh. Oh ho ho. Or... Whoa! Oh, she is upset. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she could die for it. Die! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh? Oh, silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Tee-hee. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... You had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There was no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Whew. All right, the wiretap. Have a look at this. Ooh, that. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Ooh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... I'm gonna check. Yep, it's that phone conversation again. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May, shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippy tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not confirm the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who thought that. And of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Iced coffee must not be very popular in Japan. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime, with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Okay, now I can either call the bellboy as a witness or continue examining Miss May. I'm gonna call the bellboy as a witness. The defendant would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I gotta accept the condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. Precisely 9, then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitively, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy? Hee. I'd like an iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Oh, no! Okay, you know what? They give me hints if I go through the whole thing. This bellboy wouldn't have any reason to lie. But I have to find something to use in this testimony. One more time. I'll press him until he spills the beans. Or his tea. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and ahem. The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? And then he saw them. I think he's talking about her boobs. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something, and the bellboy wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Wait. Please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. The charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Oh boy. I think I might screw this one up. Alright. $18 for an iced coffee. Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know? And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Ah, oh, rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. And then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... Was it the bellboy himself? It was the bellboy and none other. Well, this comes as some surprise. Your Honor, Mr. Wright, it was the bellboy who confirmed Miss May's alibi, and this in turn confirms the bellboy's alibi. He was in the hotel. Well, sure, if you put it that way. I do put it that way, and I trust you will too. But what if they were in cahoots? You have evidence of this? No, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. Sorry, Your Honor. Give me one more chance. Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Okay, yeah, I screwed that one up. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. There we go. We got it. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? The face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard that they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part of it that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me after all. Now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. And now we've hit the next save point. Next save point. Alright, we're done here. I'll be continuing this off later, but I really should probably get some sleep. So it's been a blast. I'm glad that you guys could join me. I'm really excited to be getting into this again. I think this may be my predominant stream of choice right now. I think I'm gonna put Spyro on hiatus, especially since this is much more convenient to run for me, and I can just like sit it at my desk. Although the connection itself is inconvenient, but yeah, this game is great, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting to play this next. I'm not sure what time I will run it exactly, but we'll see. And yeah, now I can play 3DS games and regular DS games. And we actually ran a decent stream this time. Sure, it disconnected a couple of times, and well, it probably wasn't even that laggy. It was probably a little bit laggy, but I don't think it was bad. And yeah, I hope this gets you into the series cycle, because this is it's a really interesting series of games, even though I've only really seen the first one. So yeah, looking forward to digging up more of this, and hopefully I can actually beat the first game and then move on to the other two. Yeah. Alright, in the meantime, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta get some sleep, and you probably should get some sleep too. Alright, we'll have fun later. And yeah, Cyclewolf, definitely check out Turnabout Storm. I recommend it. It's pretty great, and they've got some of the same cast in there. I'm not going to spoil anything. I think you should watch it on your own. And I did happen to react to the series after like watching it. I watched it like a second time, and I think like the last 2 episodes I hadn't seen, and I actually watched those blind. But like the first couple of ones I've seen before, so it was like a rewatch kind of. Anyway, that said, it's time to go and sleep. But well, another day at work tomorrow, I guess. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.